excitement and enthusiasm about the next stage of the postseason?
Well, it's fun because the girls earned it, and so they're in an opportunity right now to make some noise nationally. You got some games on ESPN, ESPNU, and all that kind of stuff, and so it's nice that we get the U in some people's living rooms right now. But we'll go out there and play. It's 60 feet down the lines and 43 feet to the mound, and we're just going to continue to do what we've done.
How satisfying is it for you and the coaching staff? You work with the team all year just to be rewarded with another trip.
I think it says a lot. I mean, you start the season trying to get to the national championship, and along the way, the conference titles and tournament titles, you hopefully you collect them, on the climb up there. But you're starting August 25th to get to Oklahoma City, and you got to get into the door, first, and then you can start dancing on the floor. But you got to get in that door, and we've created that opportunity, so we're happy.
What can you tell us about Ohio State?
They're in the Big Ten. We're going to throw our uniforms on. We're going to go out there against those guys. We do some scouting. We don't overbomb our guys with it. The kid that played shortstop for them was at the USA trials, so I got a good look at her. She's legit. I mean, she's one of the best players in the country. Their pitching is good. Their defense is good. You know this. I'm not coach speaking here, but they're in the tournament.
Yeah.
So they got to be good. There's 230 plus teams sitting at home, and there's 64 going there. So Ohio State can play. And if they're matching against us in the middle set, you get the 1 and the 4, and you get the 2 and the 3. And if they're matching against us in the middle set, that's a pretty darn good game. So we figure it's going to be close.
To get to the next level, you got to ultimately get through the Gators. Kind of had your number the last few years. Quite a challenge, right?
Well, you got to get through Gainesville, or you got to get through Tallahassee. And we've been fortunate enough to be one of 3 teams that have gotten through those regionals to get to the super regionals. Us, Florida State, and Florida. And if we can catch that magic, seam again and get through that, and then get to the super regionals and get through that, then you get in Oklahoma City. But it's like the NBA. It's like the NCAA basketball tournament. You got to catch a seam. You've got to be playing at a high level, and somebody else must not be. You got to get a good bounce. You got to get an umpire's call go your way. And so you're just trying to put yourself in that good position.
You have such a good group of seniors who've been through this run before. I mean, how valuable is that, and what kind of leadership have you seen this week?
They're calm, because they've been there and because they wanted another number up on the wall, the year 2018 on the wall. And so that was one of their big deals. But they've been through that before. They've played some good competition. Our schedule is pretty darn good. We've played Florida twice. We've played Oregon twice. So if you're playing Florida, you're playing Arkansas. You're playing Tennessee. If you're playing Oregon, you're playing UCLA. So, we're prepared. We feel pretty good about what we've done, and now we got to go take another test.
Coach, what sets this team apart from the field heading into this weekend?
Sets it apart from the rest of the field. Personality-wise, we got some goofy kids, that wake up and they go, "What day is it? Where are we playing? Who's pitching against us?" So, I think if they can remain that oblivious to some of the things that come from fans and high-pressure situations, they'll be okay.
Doing some homework, Amber and Lauren have barely missed a game the last 3 years. I think Lauren had a streak of 2 consecutive years where she didn't miss a start. It's kind of Iron Girls for you, right?
Yeah, no, they have been. I think this year was the time that she missed a game.
Yeah.
I think it was she slipped on a wet base and sprained her ankle. Yeah, so the ground I fired the grounds crew for that one. That was a really bad situation. Yeah, that was it. And then Aston Aston. Actually, okay, you ready for this? How many games did she miss? Like 10 games in her career, I think, right?
Something like that.
And she probably should have missed 20, but she came back and played with a broken hand in 10 of those plus games. Yeah, so there's a kid that's kind of tough to keep off the field. She breaks her hand against Oklahoma State last year. We win. We beat Oklahoma State. She breaks her hand. She doesn't tell me that it's hurting her until 2 days later. So she played a game with a broken hand and then came back, and the doctor told her, well, it's still broken. She says, yeah, whatever. So, yeah, no, that's that kid right there. Yeah, crazy good.